Borda, welcome to the InstaSim channel. Today I'm playing Professor Layton and the Lost Future. In the last episode, we went into a storage room, which was open because Luke broke something. We then did a puzzle, which took way too long to figure out how to solve it. And now we're going to make our way to Chinatown, so that we can figure out what's going on. So, first of all, Layton's journal is something in here. The hat and the vow. That woman, who could she be? She is like a ghost has been haunting me ever since we came to this London. Has my future self really forgotten the vow I made the day she gave me this hat? I've striven to be the gentleman she believed me to be. What about him? Perhaps it is as future Luke said, I became obsessed with turning back time back to the time of that experiment. Maybe that's what the problem is. Who knows? Anyway, let's leave this dirty monkey place. Who are you? Oh, you have a puzzle. Hello there, little chappie. Have you ever been so bored you could keel over? I have. Why are you so bored? Well, I don't have anything to do. That's a big factor. But also, I've sort of lost my life and now I can't find it. How does one lose one's life? A while back, this fella tells me I can earn a few bob by doing his cushy job. I was out of work at the time, so I thought, why not, you know? Makes sense? Yeah, I thought so too until I realised I'd been had. Fella threw me in a dark hole and had me digging all day and night working like a dog I was. It sounds like whatever he was paying you wasn't worth it. I haven't even told you the worst bit yet. I finally finished the job and I head home, yeah? But everything's been switched around while I'm in the hole and I can't find my house or my family. Oh dear. He's gone missing. Oh gosh, maybe you travelled through time like us? Who, what, where now? I don't really follow. But I do know I've been out here on my own for a while now. Those eyes. The only thing I've got to pass the time are these puzzles I do. Here, try one. Oh. Twisted tunnels. Oh, yeah. Because I do know the ending of the story. Now I know why this guy's actually quite significant. Okay. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's going to be quite interesting. Obviously, if you've played the game before, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. You've dug some tunnels, but they've ended up looking like an ant farm. You have to connect A to A, B to B, and C to C, but you can't use the same path twice. In order to do this, however, one of your connections must be above ground. Is this connection A, B, or C? Right, we'll put the memo function up because we've got colours we can use. So A, I don't think it can go this way because that then disrupts B. Well, actually, we could go down that way, couldn't we? Yeah, it might not be. Let's go backwards because backwards usually helps. So we've gone. We can't really go that way, can we? Because that then disrupt C. I have to go this way. I feel like it might be A actually, because that has to go up that way. And then down that way. Yeah, the only problem is it could be B actually, because that can. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna go with B.
How about this?
What?
Let me think this through again.
Good idea. Give it another try. We're gonna use a lot of figure outs because there's only 3 possible answers. Yikes. I'm gonna go with A because that was my initial thought, but then it could be
Here's
wrong and
my
then I know it's C then. Nope, it's not A either, so I know it's C.
I guess
That means
it's
we get
back
like
to
what,
the
5
drawing
picker outs,
board.
10 picker outs? Because we're gonna be halved again. 10. 5! I was right the first time! I don't know why or how, but there we go. Anyway, we know
Here's
what the
my
answer is.
answer.
Correct!
I knew it.
Wonderful, you can have all 3 connections if C goes above ground. Sweet. Good job there, chappie. I can tell you're a thinker. You remind me of my son, a right know-it-all he is, but he's a good boy, really. He used to love it when I'd give him a puzzle to work on. I do wish I could see that little tyke again. And onwards we go. To Chinatown. It looks like we're on the right track, Professor. Here's the Thames. Indeed, and it looks as majestic as ever. I suppose some parts of London never change, even after 10 whole... Ah yes, all that shit-covered Thames. All that shit in the Thames, I guess. Hey, that wasn't there before. What, the sewage? Of course it wasn't there 10 years ago. No one was tracking it. You've noticed it as well then, Luke. Yes, the sewage. That has to be the biggest lighthouse I've ever seen, and I'm sure it wasn't there before. Judging by its almost pristine condition, it must have been erected fairly recently. Probably. Good day, fine gents. Isn't the view from here absolutely glorious? Yes, the Thames, the shit-covered Thames is very glorious indeed. I should probably stop doing that now. It's actually getting kind of annoying. It most certainly is, sir. Truly is, and I think sort of breathtaking. Psst, Professor, look at this man. Do you suppose he could be part of the family? What's that, my boy? I'm standing right here. If you have something to say it to my face. Fight me, boy. Fight me. What's more, I don't appreciate being associated with those drably clad ruffians. Oh, he's not part of the family. Look at this suit. See the stitching. This was custom made in Italy. Italy, I say. I'm ever so sorry, sir. I meant no offence. I never thought you were one of them, really. Well, as long as you acknowledge your outrageous mistake, I'm willing to let bygones be bygones. You see, he can't be part of the family. He's actually a nice person. Just to assuage any lingering doubts as to my identity, allow me to introduce myself. Where you stand, London's most distinguished, dashing and debonair man. The name's Graham. I would tell you to remember the name, but I know you can't possibly forget. Got it, Graham. London's most distinguished, dashing, and I forgot the last one. But I won't forget the name, I promise. Sweet. These stairs lead down to the river. Oh, we don't want to go that way. Oh, hello there. Say, do you happen to know if this is the way to Chinatown? I reckon this path will most likely take you there. You reckon? Haven't you taken this path before? Nay, chance. I've been feeling something could happen to me. Oh, he's Scottish. Nay, chance. I've a feeling something could happen to me doing that way. Something bad. I could get into a rammy with that family lot. I really need some guy who's Scottish to be on this channel for me. I'm better off just staying here and solving puzzles. Henchman Hunt. I'm afraid there might be some of that family lot up ahead. There's no telling which they'd do if they spotted me. I've taken up a hiding spot behind this wall, and so I can take a wee peek without being found out. Oh, actually, he might be that Cockney thing, isn't he? The very weird, not weird. It is weird, but only to me because I'm Welsh. But yeah, that weird accent. I call it weird, but my accent's weird enough as it is. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway. Could you please help me out? Just see how many henchmen are actually out there. I actually don't know. I can't do as well. The weird thing is, I did a pretty decent Scottish accent earlier with the restaurant guy. So yeah, that was interesting. Anywho, enough of me with doing silly accents. Let's try and actually figure out what's going on here. Alright, I'm afraid there might be some of that family lot up ahead. There's no telling which they do if they spotted me. I've taken up a hiding spot behind this wall so that I can see a wee peek without being found. Could you please help me out? Just how many henchmen are actually out there? Aha, we can actually go around. Right, what's the best way of doing this? It's a 2-digit answer, potentially. Oh, is that him? So that's him. There's one there. 2. Oh, that's not the second one, is it? 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. That must be a 7th then, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
How about this?
Well, hey, we got it right the first time.
Phew, that's a relief.
That's right, Crivers had 9 henchmen. I was right to be afraid. Ha! You solved me puzzle. Looks like you're no part of that family lot then. They're not too bright, see? Of course not. We're no family minions. I'm Luke, and this here is the famous Professor Layton. What? Layton, you say? Of course he's not a family minion. He's the head honcho. Help! Someone help me! Oops, I forgot how the name Layton scares the living daylights out of people in this time. Yes, it's unfortunate, but people do seem to think I'm a criminal. On a more interesting note, have a look at the ground, Luke. Aha! It's more footprints. Those footprints must belong to the man who just ran off. Come to think of it, his shoes and trousers were soaking, but why? It's a bit chilly to go for a swim, don't you think? And the Thames is full of shit! So I'm not going to say that anymore. Indeed, so how did he get so wet? Oh, that's our 10th. Men in white laboratory coats seem to be all over this part of town, but the odd thing is that their trouser bottoms and shoes are always soaking wet. What reason could they have for walking around London with wet feet? Oh, there's a puzzle in the river. It's our lucky day, we seem to have stumbled across a hidden puzzle. Another one. 152, tin trouble. 3 different types of tin food are randomly stacked up. You need to rearrange them into stacks of the same food. However, if there are tins on top of the tin you want to move, you have to move them all at once. Also, you can't have more than 6 tins in a stack. Sounds easy, right? Oh, one more thing, you have to do it in 6 moves or fewer. Oh boy. Right, where can I move these tins to? Can I move them here? Nope. So I have to move them top of each other. So we got a diagonal line there, don't we? So if we stick those there, that there, that there, that there for now. Stick that there. Yeah, we can't move any more. Okay, well, we kind of got halfway there. Ish. Oh, so close. Okay. We're nearly there. I can smell it. Haha!
I've got a good feeling about this one. Just as I suspected.
It took us 3 tries to do that, which was actually a lot less than I was expecting. So, I'm quite happy with that. Stacktaculous, now everything is in order. Next time, use 2 hands. Duh. And that, as they say, is that. Sweet. You know, Professor, with what with all the trees and stuff, this hill is a bit creepy. What's the matter, Luke? You're not afraid of seeing a ghost, are you? Come on, Professor. I know you would never believe in something so unscientific. Unscientific, you say? Yeah, there's no proof that ghosts exist. And a man of science like you would never fear something as silly as ghosts, eh, Luke? Well, maybe just a little. Fine. What was that? Ah, there you go. That was another thing. So... another hidden puzzle. I spy with my little eye a hidden puzzle. You found 3 of these now. Paving the way. You want to pave your garden using one of these 5 types of paving stones. However, only one of these shapes will, when used repeatedly, cover every part of the garden apart from the star-shaped flower pots. The paving stone shapes can be rotated but not flipped. Which types of paving stones should you use? Well, let's try a different way, shall we? So we'll try with that first. So we can do that. We can do that. We can do that. That. And we're stuck. So we can't use A. Now B is impossible anyway because... actually, 3, 3... yeah, I don't think we can use that one anyway. And then... I don't think that one could be used either. Unless... what D? Oh, it's E. It's E.
Here's my answer. I knew it.
Easy to see when you can see it. Like exactly like that. Well done. E is the paving stone you need to use. As you can see above, being able to make good use of stone is a beautiful skill for a gardener. Sweet. Ha! I knew I could do it. Sweet. Right, we need to go this way. Psst! Oi, oi! You two! Look sharp! You've got a lot look about you. Do you know where you are? I must confess we do not. It's our first time in this area. Listen, I could be wrong, but it looks like you two are a couple of fine upstanding citizens. I'm a nice fella, so I'll clue you in. You're standing right in the middle of the Black Market Bazaar. Black Market? Wow. Wow is right, Sonny. We sell a lot of dodgy stuff out here, and no one questions where it comes from. If it was me in those shiny loafers of yours, I'd keep me head down and leg it quick as I could. That would seem prudent indeed. Before we go though, I've got a question. Why do people come all the way out here to shop? Listen son, the things for sale here, let's just say you won't find them at the local corner shop. But come to the bazaar and who can say what treasures you'll find. Well, I suppose you mean antiques and other rare items. I think we've asked enough questions for this for one day, Luke. Let's move on, shall we? Yeah, I think you probably need something a bit more illicit. You two be careful, and if you're ever in the market for something hard to find, swing by. Sweet. Oh, a cat. Oh, hello there, Mr. Cat. Meow. What is he saying, Luke? He says it in a bit of jam, Professor. I don't know what he's saying. I don't speak cat. Oh dear. Cat romance. Oh, he's in love. This tomcat is trying to meet up with his sweetheart. However, there are dogs on the squares marked with X's. And if the tomcat comes within 3 squares of one, they'll pick up his scent and chase him off. Rest assured that the dogs can't smell through walls, though. Very silly, stupid dogs then, aren't they? If they can't smell through walls. Which entrance out of A, B, C, and D should the Tomcat take so that he can be safely reunited with his lady friend? Well, let's go backwards, like we always do. So that is a dog, so we won't go that way. C, B, B, D. Oh, we're in the three, hang on. If we're within 3 squares of an X, so we're within within 3 squares of an X there, aren't we? So let's go this way. We're within 3 squares of an X there as well. C.
How about this?
Yay!
I knew it!
Perfect! The answer is C. You're reunited at last. Ow! I know. I'm glad we could help as well. Yes, I'm glad to be of service. We helped a cat, and that is the best thing ever. Right, I believe this plant is a puzzles thing, so I'm not going to go to it. Oh, hey, incoming. And another. Oi, what do you two think you're doing? No one passes through these here gates. Now clear off, or we'll have more than words with each other. I see. What nerve? They're just a pair of brutes, don't you agree? Professor, what are you thinking about? Tell me, Luke, did those two remind you of anyone we know? Huh? It's not an exact match, but they do bear an resemblance to a certain pair of fellows. Of course, you're talking about Inspector Chelmy and Barton. Hey! I am. The similarities are quite striking, don't you think? Big guy in charge, check. Small assistant, check. But something tells me the inspector wouldn't take kindly to being told he resembles a criminal. Speaking of the inspector, did his presence at that event seem at all odd to you? Event? Do you mean the time machine presentation? Yes, why do you suppose a police inspector was invited to an event like that in the first place? Well, he's cracked quite a few tough cases. Maybe his celebrity status got him invited. Yes, I assumed the same thing. After all, pseudo-celebrity status is what got you and me our tickets. Pseudo-celebrity? Nonsense. You're the great Professor Layton. The modern-day English gentleman. Haha, I hate to say it, Luke, but I think you're the only one who'd heap that kind of praise on me. From what I saw, almost everyone there was either from the media or London high society. The inspector and I were clear exceptions to an otherwise homogeneous list of names. So the question looms before us. Why did Dr. Stranger, whoever he is, invite the inspector and me? What I wouldn't give to hear the inspector's take on the event. Yeah, it's too bad we'd have to go back to our own time to ask him. Wait a second. What if the inspector is still working here in the future? Professor, there you are. Ah, hello, Luke. I couldn't help but overhear you as I ran up. Did you say you'd like to meet the inspector? Yes, ideally. We would meet him back in our time while the events of that time are still fresh. I think we can make that happen. But how? Let's continue this conversation where we can't be seen or heard, shall we? Why don't we head over to the wooded area to the west? Sure. There, much better. I don't think anyone is likely to overhear us now. You mean that there is a way for us to visit the inspector in our own time? I can only imagine that this means going back to 10 years ago. Is such a thing possible? Indeed, Professor, but the only way to do it is to use that wormhole in the clock shop. But the door to the clock shop is locked. How are we gonna get in? That shouldn't be a problem. I could get that door open for you. Strange. Why is it that you have such easy access to the wormhole? I promise I'll explain everything when we get there. Please trust me on this. But for now, let's return to the clock shop on Midland Road. But what about our plan to head into Chinatown? That'll have to be put on the back burner for now. The situation has changed. Sweet! Save our progress, of course. Back to the present. Okay. Come on. Right. We'll go back to the clock shop in the next episode because this video is getting a bit too long at the moment and I don't want it to be. So, in the next episode we're going to go over to the clock shop back on Midland Road, go back to our own time hopefully, and meet up with the inspector to see what he has to say about everything. In any case, that's going to be it from me for this episode, so thank you all so much for watching this episode of Professor Layton and the Lost Future. I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. It'll help me a lot, and you get more videos like this. Also, don't forget to like my Facebook page, follow me on Twitter and on Twitch, and as always, I'll see you all in the next video. But until then, goodbye.